Hey everyone, it's AYBL Main here. This is my series, AYBL Main's Top 5 series for albums, songs, movies, and the like. I'll be counting down those things, or at least ranking those things as I go along. Please take time to hit the red subscribe button down below. Please leave comments, maybe your top 5 in each particular category. That would be kind of cool. And whether you like or dislike the video. Other than that, guys, let's just sit back and enjoy and plug away at this series. I appreciate it. And so, everyone, it's Wednesday. I'm going to go ahead and jump into 2015. This is the top 5 albums for every year I've been alive. 2015 would make it year 47 for me, so we inch ever closer to that big 53 spot. So, I hate giving out my age, but that's the way it is. Making it into the top 5, I've got Jamie XX, his solo album In Color. I thought it was a really exceptional album. I like the XX, all 3 of their albums actually. I mean, not the third one, not as much as the first 2, but and his solo album was really good too. It's got Loud Places on here. It's got Gosh on here, and the song Good Times is very good as well. He produces most of his tracks all by himself. Does have a guy called Fortet that actually does a little bit with him too, but for the most part, he just does most of his thing. It was listed as the 25th best album of the 2010s, which, you know, that's pretty significant because there's some pretty strong albums that came out that decade. Also making it into my top 5 is going to be Courtney Barnett's Sometimes I Sit and Think and Sometimes I Just Sit. This was her debut album. She's had 2 albums so far. She did a duet with Kurt Vile for a whole album as well, and she has a new album coming out soon. Indie rock, kind of they call it like dole wave kind of music. It's interesting, and I really like her voice. Kind of reminds me a little bit of a half and half of, you know, between Courtney Love and Liz Phair, that type of sound. I like the song Pedestrian at best. Kim's Caravan is very good. She actually has a song called Debbie Downer, which, you know, always reminds me of the SNL skit, so that's kind of cool. Also making it into the top 5 is going to be Father John Misty's I Love You, Honeybear. This guy is really, really interesting, and he kind of decided that he wanted to do, when he wanted to do music, he kind of figured that whenever he did his talking style, that he was much more relaxed, and the lyrics just seemed to come out better for him. So his name is Joshua Tillman is his real name. Folk rock, indie rock, folktronica type of stuff. He says this is a concept album, which if I look at it and I'm like, yeah, you know, and I listen to it again, it's mostly about the stages of a relationship. So yeah, I can definitely see that. There's a song called Bored in the USA, which, you know, it's kind of funny as well that he did that. I like the song When I See You Smiling and You're Astride Me. I think that's a really great song. It got an 87 on the Metacritic score, which is really high for an album. So that's kind of what drew me to him a little bit. That and a recommendation from someone at Reactions to the Classics. Also making it into my top 5 is going to be Kendrick Lamar's To Pimp a Butterfly. I think it's his best album. And I know a lot of people will say Damn, and a lot of people are going to say, you know, Good Kid, Mad City, but I believe that this one is. I think it's a little bit more accessible to the fan who might want to jump in. It's experimental hip-hop a little bit, definitely progressive rap, so he took a little bit of cues from Kanye here. Got a little bit of blend of neo-soul in there as well that I kind of liked. King Kuta is like one of my favorite songs on here. The song All Right is really good as well. Also Blacker, The Berry, I think that's really cool. Producers are like Thundercat, you might recognize, but there's like a little host of producers as well on here. So some people consider it the best album of the 2010s for rap. I think it's the second best behind Kanye's My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. So, but number 1 for me, I think for 2015 is going to be The Weeknd's Beauty Behind the Madness. If there's an individual that I think has kind of dominated the R&B scene over the last 5 to 8 years, it's probably The Weeknd. He really has a voice that, you know, it's just really really unique in a lot of ways, but also it reminds me of Michael Jackson's voice quite often whenever he does, especially when he does some synth pop type of stuff, and it reminds me of the 80s so much. Kanye West and Danny Boy Styles produce on this album. It's got the song Often. The Hills is on here. Earned It, that's from the 50 Shades of Grey soundtrack. Can't Feel My Face. And In the Night, which is the song that he sounds the most like Michael Jackson on, is on here as well. You know, just if you like pop, you like alternative R&B, this might be a good place to start for you if you're going to listen to the Weeknd's material. So that's all I got for 2015, everyone. I'll try to get 2016 out by the end of the week, but got a couple other things that I'm recording, and I'll try to fit it in when I can. You guys take care.